afternoon, and welcome to Adelphi University for the first game of the NSCHSAA Volleyball semifinals as the number 1 seed Kellenberg Firebirds take on the number 4 seed St. Anthony's Friars. I'm Roman Grumetti alongside my partner Max Rotniak, and Max will start with the Firebirds coming in 10-0, undefeated, heavy favorites, most would say, in this one, and they've really dominated all season. They've only lost 3 sets all year. What has been the catalyst to this undefeated season?
Yeah, well, I think first and foremost, it's really been trust. You know, we spoke to their coaching staff earlier today, and they were really heavily emphasizing that. They said they have leaders all across the court as well, and it's really been crucial in decisive victories all season.
And now on the other side, the St. Anthony's Friars squeaking in to the semifinal after defeating the St. Francis Prep Terriers in the quarterfinal matchup last week, 3-0. But they were swept by Kellenberg in the regular season. Max, what do you think they need to do in order to keep pace with such a tough Firebird team?
No, it's really going to be tough for St. Anthony's today. Entering 4-6 on the season. That's before the semifinal matchup, obviously. They have a lot of work to do. They're also 0-2 against the Firebirds this season, so they're going to have to play without any mistakes today. They're going to have to play at a quick tempo, and they're going to have to keep stamina throughout the entire match.
So we'll go through the starting lineups for each team. Kellenberg is going to work with the rotation consisting of CJ Galanga, Sebastian Forte, Ryan Exarchos, Ethan Murray, Ryan Bargelini, Corey Rylander, Justin Romano, and Michael Tagios. That's 8 guys. St. Anthony is a bit of a smaller rotation. For them, it'll be Christopher Grabowski, Henry Noble, Owen LaPersoneri, Kian Hernandez, Dante Cunha, Anthony Lambden, and Tristan Bola. Firebirds are wearing blue jerseys with yellow lettering and numbering. Friars wearing all black jerseys with black lettering and numbering, yellow accents. Kellenberg will be on the left side. St. Anthony's will be on the right side in this first set here at Adelphi University.
Yeah, well, we're hoping for a quick start from both teams, ready to get on to some semifinals action and see who will come back to Adelphi on Thursday to face the winner of Chaminade and St. John the Baptist. That game will obviously be taking place later today.
So St. Anthony's will have serving rights to start. It'll be Owen LaPersoneri who will get us underway in the semifinal match. Kellenberg and St. Anthony's underway in the volleyball semifinals, and LaPersoneri with a serving error right out of the gate, and Kellenberg up 1-0.
Not the start that St. Anthony's wanted. Sorry.
So it'll be Bargelini who will serve for Kellenberg. Grabowski with the bump. They'll go for the set. Lambden. That is blocked, and it's going to land on the sideline. Out of bounds. Excuse me. It'll be St. Anthony's point. So 1-1 in the first set. Cunha will serve. Bargelini sets it up. Near side, Tagios. That one dug well by St. Anthony's. They get it over on the third. Here's a chance for Kellenberg. Right down the middle. Here's the tap. That one's blocked. Kellenberg another chance. It'll be Tagios on the right side. Rejected once again. And St. Anthony's point. It was Anthony Lambden in the middle with the rejection.
Ready 2-1 for St. Anthony's. Number 4 seed has to keep it up. They're looking well, but they're looking really good so far.
So Cunha will serve once again. Slaps it over, far side, and that one goes a little too far. That was Murray who went for the kill. And St. Anthony's up 3-1 early.
Kellenberg has been flawless all season, but first 4 points in this game, they've been a little bit sloppy. They haven't converted on all of their serves, and see they can maybe take a point back here for the 5th.
I actually think that might have landed on in the corner. They're giving Kellenberg that point. Instead, it's 2-2. Tagios will serve. LaPersoneri will go far side. A little bit of miscommunication. They bump it over on the third. Now Bargelini. It's going to be near side. Murray with the kill.
Big play by the Firebirds. Carried the momentum on from the last point, and now they have their first lead of the game.
Ethan Murray missed some time early in the year, but has come on strong as of late. Tagios goes a little too hard on that serve. And back to even 3-3. So Anthony Lambden will serve for the Friars. Also played on the basketball team in the winter. Far side, Exarchos will go for the kill. And he lands it. Ryan Exarchos, one of the captains of this Kellenberg team. A dominating season, 162 kills, and he gets his first one there.
Yeah, a lot of great players on this Kellenberg roster, really allowing them to climb to this 10-0 record that they've amassed.
Near side, that one is blocked, but it lands untouched on the Kellenberg side. And a point for St. Anthony's. Looked like that was Hernandez who had the kill there. The Friars will serve. 4-4 is our score. That one does not get over the net. That was Joshua Sachoiki on the service error, so it's 5-4 Kellenberg.
See if Kellenberg can continue the pressure on St. Anthony's, force them to make mistakes like they have been doing all set.
Right down the middle, Bola, and it goes off the fingertips of Murray. And that's a St. Anthony's point.
Ethan Murray tried to dive towards that one. Could have been a superhero-esque play, but missed the mark by an inch or so.
So 5-5, first set, just underway here at Adelphi University. Serve from St. Anthony's will be Tagios Bargelini. They go far side, Exarchos for the kill. And it goes just out of bounds past the back line, and St. Anthony's goes in front.
It's good for the Friars. They have a lead so far, and it's exactly what they want. Kellenberg haven't played in a long while, so see if St. Anthony's can keep it up.
Firebirds get it over on the third. St. Anthony's will coordinate an attack. Near side, Kuna for the kill, and a nice diving effort by Tagios to keep it alive. Back by the scores table, and that's going to be an error on St. Anthony's. And Kellenberg, after a chaotic sequence, will earn that point.
Yeah, another nice dig from Tagios, who's really been good so far. He's been clean, anti-mistake man for Kellenberg.
Exarchos serves, handled by Grabowski. On the far side, tapped over, but handled by Galanga. Now Tagios goes for the kill. That one's blocked, but it goes out of bounds, and Kellenberg wins the point. Exarchos with a jump serve. They go to the near side. Kuna goes for the kill, and he sticks it just inside the right sideline. And motions to the St. Anthony's crowd here gathered at Adelphi, trying to get them energized.
St. Anthony's back to a lead. They've been super consistent all day.
Tagios on the right side. Once again, just a little too much on that hit from Tagios. And the Friars earn back serving rights. 7-7 our score here in the first set. Play stopped one of the officials over at the scoring table.
It's been good so far. It's really good so far for St. Anthony's, who's coming here as the underdog, but they have the lead early on.
Bargelini bumps up Tagios, the left side rejected, and that's going to go out of bounds, however. Lambden was there with his big frame, but couldn't keep it in bounds, and Kellenberg squares it at 8.
Well, Kellenberg have serving rights back. You don't want to give it to them. You know, they're a really good team, strong off the serve. St. Anthony's going to have to minimize that going forward in the set.
Sebastian Forte will serve. Right down the middle, Lambden goes to the tap. That one's sent back by Corey Rylander, and the Firebirds win that rally. So Forte will serve once again. That one bumped over right away. Firebirds will coordinate an attack right down the middle. Rylander, that one's blocked. Another chance. Tagios goes to the tap, but he can't get it over. Hits it right into the net. And the Friars knot it at 9.
Tagios, outside hitter. Again, he's been really good all day. He's been able to get in everywhere for the Firebirds, but let up a little staking point there.
Galanga with the bump right at the net. scrambling, and it's going to end up on the Friars side. LaPersonieri. It's going to be Kuna for the kill. Caught Exarchos out of position. And St. Anthony's with a little bit of early game momentum. They're up 10-9 here in this first set.
Yeah, St. Anthony's is going to need that, early game momentum. Might be one of the only avenues into a victory against Kellenberg.
The big thing for them is to keep that momentum. And there is another point. Exarchos once again couldn't handle the serve. And St. Anthony's up by 2. But again, Max, it's just going to be about keeping that momentum. They don't want to fizzle out. They're up 2 here in this first set. Romano was caught a little bit out of position and some miscommunication. Exarchos and Taggio stared at each other there. And the Friars build a 3-point lead.
Yeah, Roman, like you mentioned, both teams they need some momentum, especially St. Anthony's. They don't want to give it back to Kellenberg. They know how dangerous the Firebirds can be.
But there's one of those mistakes that can give Kellenberg back the momentum, a service error. And the Firebirds, they have serving rights back. 12-10 the score here in this first set. Now don't be fooled, when these two teams last played, it was close all throughout. And there's an ace for Kellenberg. Bargelini able to tuck it in along that right sideline. And the Firebirds back to within 1.
Just like that, Kellenberg has themselves back in it.
LaPersonieri with the set. Lambden goes to the tap, handled by Galanga. Right side, Tagios with the power. And Friars keep it alive. Great play, and they get it over on the third with Noble. Down the middle, Exarchos with the tap, and he sinks it. Ryan Exarchos, a master of deception. And Kellenberg with a 3-point run, they tie the game.
Yeah, it's always nice to see one of those little hits where you fake it to the side, fake it to the right, then you just hit it down the middle, open spot, point to your team.
Near side, Noble, and Kellenberg able to control it. Tagios once again, and that one is just out of bounds along the near left sideline.
Well, Roman, it's really been a good game so far. I mean, both teams, when one scores a point, the other comes right back with one of their own. And it's really good to see for St. Anthony's, number 4 seed, haven't won against Kellenberg all year, so if they could pull one off here, it'd be really big for their team.
Murray goes for the kill. Friars handle it, and Hernandez gets it over on the third. Bargelini sets, and there's the kill from Murray, deflected off a couple Friar blockers. And back and forth we go here in this first set. Tagios will serve, but he hits a little too hard, a little too far past the St. Anthony service line. So 14-13 our score in the first set. Friars with the lead. Bargelini with the bump. They have to get it over on the third. They do with Rylander. Now in the middle, it'll be Bola for the kill. Galanga handles with 2 hands. Now on the right side, Exarchos with the tap, sent back by St. Anthony's. Firebird scrambling. Rylander over on the third. LaPersonieri bumps it high up in the air. It's going to be contested at the net. And slapped down by Kellenberg. Looked like it was Rylander. Had the position in the middle and won the point for his team.
Yeah, big point for Kellenberg, who haven't tied again. You know, they're going to really bank now on a big spree, a big run, 3 or 4 points maybe, to help them clinch a set.
Hernandez with the spike. Galanga with the dive, hits it with his left arm. They have to get it over on the third. Bargelini does. Now here's the kill. That one's blocked. Friars with another chance. It'll be Kuna from the back, but he goes a little too far, just past the Kellenberg service line. And the Firebirds go up by 2. Galanga serves. Friars sent scrambling. Noble over on the third. Galanga, Bargelini, they'll go to the near side with Tagios. Pure power with the kill.
Big hit from the Firebirds. They got a 2-point lead now. At this point, they might be unstoppable for the Friars.
We'll see if they can keep building on this lead. Galango with the serve. Noble handles it low, and they're sent scrambling, and nothing really materialized on that rally for St. Anthony's. Hernandez is caught out of position, and St. Anthony's is going to talk things over. They call their first time out of the game, down 17-14 here in this first set. So Max, as we hit this break, now what have you seen from both sides here? Early going, kind of a lot of energy on both sides. Just take me through what you've been seeing down the court so far.
I'm going to start with St. Anthony's. I mean, they've really kept it up until the 14-point mark for themselves. They look to be in cruise control. Whenever Kellenberg was scoring a point, they were getting one right back at them. But Kellenberg's really good over these last 4 or 5 rallies, and they're looking to run away with this first set now. So no wonder that St. Anthony's calls the timeout, a chance to recollect themselves and go back to what got them so far.
So teams retake the court. Kellenberg up 3, 17-14. Galango will serve. He's the libero today, wearing a different color jersey. LaPersoneri at the logo. Near side Hernandez. Dug well by Tagios. In the middle, there's the tap from Forte. But LaPersoneri gets on the floor for that one. Firebirds once again. They'll go near side. That is Murray. And it'll be Kellenberg's point. Unable to be blocked by Bola. So 4-point lead for the Firebirds. Far side Noble, and that's a little too far. Didn't get good skin on that one. And Kellenberg up 5 now, starting to run away a little bit.
Kellenberg really inching closer to the set victory. Super good last 6 or 7 rallies have really helped them up to the scoreline.
LaPersoneri tried to deke the Firebirds, but they were ready. And Exarchos off the deflection gets the kill. Went off the left hand of Kuna, could not handle it. And the Firebirds, once again, starting to pull away. They now lead by 6 here in this first set. They'll go near side. Hernandez swings. That one's blocked. Firebirds do well to keep it alive. Exarchos for the kill. And the Friars are no match.
And now it's 7-point lead for Kellenberg. You know, they started off slow. Maybe that, 14-day time of not having played a game affected them. But they're showing just how good they are, that #1 seed mentality, and they're about to clinch the set.
There's a big kill by Bola. Got the positioning in the middle and pounded that one into the ground. So the Friars able to stop the bleeding a little bit. Still down 6 here in this first set. 21-15 Kellenberg. Sachoiki serves, lobs it in the air. Kellenberg, they leap at the net, and there's a kill. It's Exarchos once again with the pure power of that left arm. He had 21 kills the last time these two teams played. It was actually Kellenberg's last game of the regular season back on April 30th.
It goes to show just how each member of this Firebirds roster can really be a crucial deciding factor to any game that they play.
That serve might have been heading out. The Friars played it. Back on Kellenberg's side. Forte goes for the kill. Dug well by Grabowski. Now Murray for the kill, and there's a dig by Sachoiki. They're running for it, and just not really a good touch by Hernandez by the scorers table. Sent Grabowski sliding to the ground, could not save it, and Kellenberg back up by 7.
Yeah, Roman Grabowski couldn't get it. But again, super good all day for St. Anthony's. Helped them get some leads at points as well.
LaPersoneri has to get it over on the third, which he does successfully. At the net, that one rejected, brought back by Bola. And they do it again. A tandem effort with LaPersoneri as the two teams jostled at the net, and St. Anthony's wins that point. Hernandez serves. Bargelini lays it up, and that one hits off Hernandez's face, it looks like. But Sachweki saves it. They get it over on the third. Bargelini will set up Exarchos. That one blocked by Bola. Exarchos again on the left side, taps, and cannot tuck it in. Just out of bounds along that far sideline, that far right sideline, excuse me, left sideline. Check that.
Friars have really picked it up here over the last 3-4 points, 3-4 serves. And maybe, just maybe, they have an alley back into this first set.
And they call a service error on Kellenberg there. So, a couple points closer come the Friars. 23-18, still first set. Kellenberg coaching staff a little confused at that call. But the Friars keep serving rights, down 5.
See Henry Noble there talking it over with sideline ref. Kellenberg clearly not happy with the call, but St. Anthony's, they'll be delighted to have scored a couple points in a row now. And you know, Kellenberg got off to a hefty lead just a few minutes back, but St. Anthony's is crawling back step by step, inch by inch. Still, though, I don't think it's manageable. Surely Kellenberg will take this first set.
Yeah, Kellenberg just 2 points away. Kellenberg coaching staff still a little confused with the call, but finally we'll get back underway. Hernandez will serve for the Friars. Tosses up in the air, the right arm swing. Handled well by Galanga. Near side, there's the kill for Exarchos.
Kellenberg moves to set point. Just like that, the #1 seeds in walking distance of winning the first set here at Adelphi.
And it will be Exarchos who will serve. Looking to close out set #1 here at Adelphi. Dug by Grabowski. Near side Kuna with 2 hands. Bola at the net. That one brought back, taps it back over. Firebirds with a chance now. Bargelini, far side, Tagios, left arm. And that one is out of bounds. Once again, unable to tuck it in along that left sideline. And St. Anthony stays alive for now. Grabowski will serve. He's the libero for the Friars, wearing a yellow jersey. They'll go, Forte goes for the kill, and he's got it. Sebastian Forte closes out set #1, and the top seed takes a 1-0 lead here at Adelphi.
And just like that, 25-19 for the first set. It's quick, it's efficient, and it's brutal from the #1 seed Kellenberg. St. Anthony's, though, they kept the fight up till about 15 points in. At that point, Kellenberg really brought it back and gained themselves a crucial, a big first set win.
So we'll take a quick break. Kellenberg takes the opening set here at Adelphi, 25-19. Stay tuned for set #2 here at Adelphi. Welcome back to Adelphi University for the second set of our first of two volleyball semifinals, the NSCHSAA semifinals. St. Anthony's and Kellenberg go at it here in this first matchup. The first set, Kellenberg defeated St. Anthony's 25-19. Actually very similar to the first set when these two teams last played. Kellenberg won that 25-17. And then in that second set, St. Anthony's actually won. That was one of 3 sets that Kellenberg lost in the regular season.
It just goes to show, 3 sets lost all year, and you need 3 to win a game. So for any team, it seems like an impossible task to beat the #1 seed this season.
The two teams switch sides, so Kellenberg now on the right side, St. Anthony's on the left side. Quick stat update. Exarchos leads Kellenberg with 5 kills. St. Anthony's really has gotten a lot from everybody. Henry Noble has 3, and that to lead that category. Firebirds start with serving rights. It'll be Ryan Borgelini to get us back underway. Right-handed serve, and we're back here in the second set. Friars scramble, get it over with 2 hands. That's gonna be a service error. Excuse me, it's gonna be an error on St. Anthony's. LaPersonieri with the double hit. So 1-0 Firebirds. Far side Kuna, and he gets the kill. Dante Kuna able to catch the Firebird defense a little bit off guard there, and squares the second set at 1.
Kuna is pretty good for St. Anthony's today. He's 3 points and a hit and a serve to his name.
Galanga with the bump. Near side Murray, it's blocked by Bola, but it goes right out of bounds. And Kellenberg gets the point. Murray had 3 kills himself in that first set, so that's his 4th of the game. The senior from Atlantic Beach. Taggio serves. Personeri sets up near side Kuna. That one handled well by the Firebirds. Murray goes for the kill that time, but it speeds its way out of bounds past the back service line for St. Anthony's, so Friars squared at 2.
Slow start, but either way, both teams hoping for a big lead early on.
Kuna hits a little too far and gives it right back to the Firebirds. Now Galanga for Kellenberg. Friars set up an attack. They'll go from the near side. That one blocked. Lambden tips it over. Now Exarchos goes for the kill and can't locate it. Goes past the right out of bounds line on St. Anthony's side. And the Friars win that point. Lambden serves now. And that goes too far. So a couple service errors for St. Anthony's. Those are the kinds of mistakes you want to try to avoid against such a potent team like Kellenberg.
Kellenberg's, no matter how far behind they fall, no matter how on top of the mountain they can be, they're always consistent. They always keep up a high level of play, and goes to show.
And a miss hit there by Grabowski. He went down to a knee to receive that serve from Murray, but looked like it ricocheted off his right knee a little bit and fell out of bounds. So 5-3 Firebirds. This time Grabowski handles. They go from the left side, and that one out of bounds. Hernandez tried to locate that one just inside the sideline, but was unable to do so. And the Firebirds build a 3-point lead. Murray serves once again. A little bit of miscommunication, but the Friars handle. Tipped over by Hernandez on the 3rd. Firebirds organize. Murray goes to the kill, and it hits off Kuna and ends up in the bleachers here on this near side. And that's a 4-point run for Kellenberg, and that's going to force the St. Anthony's timeout.
And this one came a little earlier into the set. St. Anthony's started off pretty well, 2-2 after 4 serves, but Kellenberg's really dominated since then. They've gathered a 7-3 lead, and they're going to be looking to add a second set to their catalog.
And this is, yeah, you mentioned this is going to be a crucial set for St. Anthony's. You don't want to get down 2-0. That really might as well be a death sentence against a team like Kellenberg. So this is an imperative. It's imperative for St. Anthony's to win this set. They want to have a chance to win this game. Both teams break the huddle relatively early. So Ethan Murray will get us back underway. 7-3 Firebirds here in this second set. Murray had 10 kills the last time these two teams played. He missed the first time. It was back on April 4th, one of the first few games of the season for each team. As we wait to get back underway. And the whistle blows, and Murray can serve. Lobs it up in the air with the right arm, sends it over. Noble taps it over, but Firebirds control easily. Exarchos is able to power it through the block of Bola and Lapersinieri, and that's 5 in a row for the Birds.
Yeah, Persinieri, the setter junior, he's been all around the shop today. He's gotten himself 3 kills en route to a dominant first set and a half for Kellenberg.
Another mistake there by the Friars. So 6 in a row now for Kellenberg. Murray still serving. Handled by Hernandez right at the net, and he can't get it over. He was coming with some momentum, tried to slap it down at a tough angle, but just could not get it over the top of that net. And now that's 7 in a row for Kellenberg, starting to pull away here.
Yeah, I mean, they really are. They're playing super well. No mistakes to be seen on their side of the court.
Hernandez over on the third, able to tuck it in to that back right corner. So that's a big point for St. Anthony's. Kian Hernandez with the kill. That is his first of the match. Pardon me, his second. But great precision there. Able to stop the 7-0 run for Kellenberg.
Yeah, it's always good to shift momentum back to your side at least a little bit. And Friars are going to really need that in the second set.
Firebirds handled the serve right at the net. Exarchos up high and down hard. So the Firebirds immediately get serving rights back. Exarchos will have the honors. Go from the far right side. Hernandez tries to go cross-court kill, cannot. Exarchos catches the Friars off guard, able to find the soft spot in the D, and he lands the kill. And now a game-high 8-point lead for Kellenberg. Exarchos still serves, but that time leaves it way too far. So the Friars get serving rights back, but they got to get some momentum back as well. Can't keep trading points with Kellenberg. They're down 7. Hernandez serves. Galanga to Borgelini. They go near side. Tajios, and he's got the kill. Lapersinieri challenged, but unable to handle the serve. Handle the hit from Tajios. And Kellenberg back up by 8. Forte will serve now. Hernandez to Lapersinieri. They go near side. The tap from Noble, handled by Justin Romano. Noble tips it over. Once again, Romano handles. Far side, Rylander, that one hits the antenna. That's going to be a St. Anthony's point.
St. Anthony's crawling back into this set a little bit, but still 7-point difference is going to be a big hurdle to overcome. See if the Friars can get it done.
Grabowski serves. Galanga to Bargelini. It'll be the near side. That's Rylander, a diving save by Grabowski. And Kuna gets it over on the third. Once again, Exarcho's coming with momentum. Nice job by Grabowski with the dig. Jack Rogers gets it over on the third hit, but he misplaces it, goes out of bounds along the near right sideline, and Kellenberg wins the long rally.
Grabowski's really been one of the key players so far for St. Anthony's. He's really been helping him. 1 assist, 1 ace, 3 serves. And he's acted as a really good libero leader for St. Anthony's.
Bargelini serves now for Kellenberg. Lambden goes for the kill and gets it. Anthony Lambden, the tallest player on the team for St. Anthony's, able to use his size, gains position at the net, and is able to bury that hit. Kellenberg still doubling up St. Anthony's, 14-7 in the second set. LaPersineri will serve. Handled by Galanga. Bargelini with the bump. It's going to be right at the net, and it hits the top of the net. It'll be St. Anthony's point.
St. Anthony's they're back to really level over these last 5-6 points or so. They're playing well, but Kellenberg amassed such a great lead that it's going to be tough for the black and gold to come back.
There's a nice block by Lambden. Goes right back to Kellenberg. Murray for the kill. Deflects off a couple defenders. What a save by Grabowski. Galanga on the floor. And Rylander mishits it. And St. Anthony's, that's a big time rally win for them. See if that can provide a little bit of momentum.
I mean, I think we were both mentioning it at one point or another. St. Anthony's, they have some momentum back on their side. Kellenberg, as good as they were, as good as the 7 points in a row was, it's not good enough to stop a sudden momentum shift in the black and gold of St. Anthony's. Friars really looking to come back strong in the latter half of the second set.
LaPersineri remains with the serve. We go right side, Tajios with the kill. He just overpowered Grabowski. Nothing 7 in yellow could have done with that. And Michael Tajios showing off why he's one of the top players on this Kellenberg team.
Yeah, Tajios has 6 kills today, 2 assists, and a defensive dig to go alongside that.
He serves now. Lambden at the net, can't get it over. A miss hit from Lambden. And Firebirds continue to build their lead. Tajios once again with the right arm. Dug by Grabowski. Far side. That's a Choiki, it looks like. Handled by Kellenberg. Tajios goes for the kill. Dug by Grabowski. Kuna right into the net. Can't get it over. And Kellenberg once again starting to get on a run here. They had that big 7-0 run earlier in the set. 17-9. Tajios serves once more. Hits the top of the net. Does not face Kuna. Lambden goes for the tap, and Galanga mishits it. Kind of threw him off a little bit going with the tap. Galanga caught it as he was kind of on the way down, it seemed like. Couldn't get a good touch.
Yeah, unfortunately for Kellenberg, that'll be the end of a 3 or 4 point run for Firebirds, but great place in the #1 seed, and they're in reaching distance of another set victory.
Bargelini at the net. What a play to get it over, but it's blocked by St. Anthony's. Now Exarchos for the kill off a fingertip. Friars organize. Hernandez with the tap. That one's blocked by Rylander, and it's going to be an error on St. Anthony's. Looked like someone might have been over the line. Might have been Hernandez. And Kellenberg responds. So 18-10 here in the second set. Firebirds feeling comfortable. Galanga sends it over, and Grabowski just can't handle the serve. That's an ace for Galanga. Kellenberg just keeps on climbing, 19-10.
It's a really big lead for the 1 seed. I mean, they're really showing why they went 2-0 against the Friars in the regular season.
Lambden goes for the kill. Once again, can't get it over the net. Might not have been able to do much anyway, as Forte and Exarchos built a wall with their hands at the net. So 20-10. Firebirds in command. The Mercenary hustles back for the set. Hernandez goes for the kill. That one is blocked by Murray. Murray goes to the tap. That one hits off Hernandez, goes back over. There's the battle at the net, and it is going to end up on St. Anthony's side. Touches down. Looked like Murray was the last to hit that one. Bit of a chaotic sequence. Players floundering all over the place, but Kellenberg gets the point. They're up by 11 in sight of that second set victory. Bola goes for the kill, but easily handled by Tagios. Now on the far side, Murray, that one's blocked. Nice job by Hernandez and Lambden on that far left side. St. Anthony's still a lot of work to do, down 10 as the second set comes to a close.
Yeah, I mean, they got a point back here, but Kellenberg is just looking too strong in my opinion. St. Anthony's, they haven't been able to break past the brick wall. That's the defense of the Firebirds.
And once again, the Firebirds just respond. They are not letting St. Anthony's get on any sort of run as Ethan Murray slams that one. 22-11. Murray will now go to serve. It'll be far side Hernandez for the kill. Tagios with the dig. Kalanga with the bump. Exarchos goes for the kill, and that one is in. Ryan Exarchos tucks that one just inside the left service line. And Kellenberg within 2 points of wrapping up set number 2.
Kellenberg are eerily close again, looking to double their advantage.
That one hits the top of the net. Play whistle dead, and Kellenberg earns the point. So Murray will look to close it out. It's been a couple of extended runs for the Firebirds that have really aided them in the second set. Murray high up in the air, goes for the ace, and cannot get it. He looked for the ace there. Tried to finish it up in emphatic fashion, but just mislocates.
25-11 would be some scoreline for sure, Roman. But they'll take the 25 and 12. We'll see if the Firebirds can get it done on attempt number 2.
Jack Rogers will look to keep the Friars alive in the second set. Kalanga and Borgelini with sets. Here's the kill, and they've got it. It's Exarchos. And utter dominance in set number 2 for Kellenberg, 25-12. And their sights remain on that third set. They are one step closer to finishing up the Friars in a sweep.
I mean, look, Roman, the first set was really close. St. Anthony's kept themselves in it the whole time. But this second set was just a little better from the side of Kellenberg, who really came out 125-12. St. Anthony's couldn't even score half the points that the Firebirds did, And we'll see if that momentum will continue for Kellenberg in set number 3.
So after set number 2, Kellenberg up 2-0, looking to sweep the Friars. Stay tuned for set number 3 here on T&D Sports. Welcome back to the first of two semifinals here, the NSCHSAA volleyball semifinals here. In this first semifinal, Kellenberg and St. Anthony's doing battle, and Kellenberg's won the first two sets. As we enter set number 3, I'm Roman Brunetti alongside my partner Max Rodniak. And Max, now it's really go time for St. Anthony's season on the line. What do you think they need to do in this third set to keep their season alive?
Well, they're going to have to go back to whatever they did in the first set. They kept it up for the majority of that inaugural set, and I think a big part of that was just limiting mistakes. You know, they've been choppy on the serves at times. They haven't really been able to convert kills, especially throughout that second set. So it's now or never for the Friars as they look over the edge of elimination as we enter the third set.
So the teams once again switch sides. Kellenberg on the left side, St. Anthony's on the right side. So season on the line here for St. Anthony's, and Kellenberg looking to go for the clean sweep.
Clean sweep would be nice for the number 1 seed. And after this game, of course, we will see Chaminade versus St. John the Baptist. Whoever wins that one will come back here to Adelphi University on Thursday to face the winners of this match here between Kellenberg and St. Anthony's. Of course, Kellenberg are hoping it's them. They have the momentum well on their side. But anything can happen here as we look to enter the third set.
St. Anthony's with serving rights. And Chris Grabowski gets us underway in set number 3. On the left side, contested at the net. Friars keep it alive, blocked. Couple deflections, goes off of Lambden and out of bounds. And Kellenberg gets the initial point here in set number 3.
It was LaPersonnier who's got 4 kills today. Almost had that one inches away from being inside the lines.
Service error from Bargelini gives it right back to St. Anthony's. Jim is re-energized here for this third set. LaPersonnier will serve for St. Anthony's. Just over the net, and Galanga can't handle it. That's an ace for LaPersonnier. So LaPersonnier serves once more. Right arm swing. Galanga handles it this time. Bargelini at the net, they go left side, there's Murray, and there's the kill.
It's a big start for St. Anthony's. Got the short stick lead of 2-1, but Kellenberg right back in it. And Roman, you know, we saw it in the first set. We saw it especially in the second set. Right as St. Anthony's thinks they have a chance, Kellenberg's right there to break their hearts.
Lambden at the net, that one tipped. Galanga receives. Now near side, Murray with the tap. LaPersonnier with the bump. They switch sides. Friars get it over on the third. Now Exarchos goes for the kill. That one dug by Hernandez. Friars organized. Near side, Kuna with the tap. Bargelini with 2 hands keeps it alive. Now on the left side, Exarchos. Grabowski with the dig. A long rally here. Kuna off the top of the net. Firebirds organized. Murray goes for the kill. That goes off the fingertip of a lunging LaPersonnier. That might have been headed out of bounds. And Kellenberg gets the point. Might have been the longest rally we've seen today.
It was a really nice one. We always like to see those long plays.
Grabowski hustles back for the save. Friars get it over on the third. That might be heading out, and it is. Friars are just scrambling all over the place on that possession. Couldn't really get anything organized. And the Firebirds up 4-2. Tagios continues to serve. Just gets it over the net. And once again, the Friars just diving all over the place. Grabowski had to lunge to keep that one alive, but he ended up kicking it. So 5-2 Firebirds. And on the far side, that one out of bounds. Kuna tried to go cross court for the kill, tried to get it into that back left corner on the Kellenberg side, but just a few inches too much. Tagios continues to serve. Near side. That's Chase Lunati with the kill as Exarchos could not handle that.
Yeah, well, Roman, I think it's looking bleak for St. Anthony's now. I mean, they got the point there, but that one was really close. And, you know, it took every last breath out of the black and gold to win the serve.
One thing we really haven't seen from St. Anthony's today is an extended run that Kellenberg has had multiple of. That's really been plaguing them. They'll go far side. Exarchos for the kill, and that's just undefendable. I mean, how do you stop that? Exarchos coming with full steam, just smacks that right into the court.
I mean, yeah, Kellenberg's a physical team. They can spike it, I would seem like 100 miles an hour. Also, adding on to your earlier point, Roman, I mean, how are you supposed to build up big runs like that if you're St. Anthony's? Sometimes it's just unstoppable.
Lambden goes for the kill and gets it. Anthony Lambden, he's had a couple of those today. It's his third kill of the game. 7-4 our score. Lambden will serve, just gets it over the net, but goes right out of bounds. And those are the types of things, if you're St. Anthony's, you need to avoid. It's just some unforced errors. Those it's really been a big thing for them. 8-4. Murray serves for Kellenberg. And once again, a little bit of miscommunication. Kuna had to dive on the floor, just could not get good contact. And Max, it just seems as if Kellenberg's just got all the momentum. St. Anthony's just a little bit out of sorts today.
It's really tough. I mean, Kellenberg, the #1 seed, you expect them to play well, but maybe not this well. And I think, you know, adding on to that, like, whenever St. Anthony's gets a little bit of momentum going, it's tough for them to score more than 2 points in a row. They are always going back and forth, and right when they make a little mistake, Kellenberg is able to pounce, score a couple unanswered.
It just seems like it's unraveling here. That prior sequence, miscommunication, that sequence smacked right into the net. Kellenberg just playing, looks like on easy mode here, and St. Anthony's takes a timeout.
Yeah, they're gonna need it. I mean, Kellenberg, they're about to scratch in this third and potentially final set. With their season on the line, St. Anthony's has to play a little bit better. They're gonna have to minimize mistakes going forward, or else it could be as early as in 10 serves time that their season is wrapped up and finished.
Yeah, the odds are stacked against them. Excuse me, and you said it, trying to minimize the mistakes, play mistake-free volleyball. Unfortunately, this has probably been the set where they've had the most mistakes. They just looks like it's unraveling for them a little bit. They've really got to flip the switch here. They want to prolong their season a little bit.
One thing I've noticed is, especially in the first set, St. Anthony's able to start off really strong, make it 2-2, 3-3, 14-14 in the case of the first set, but after that, they make one unintentional, very avoidable error, and that leads to a big point streak for the #1 seed, Kellenberg.
There's an unforced error there by Kellenberg. Let's see if St. Anthony's can capitalize on a little bit of those, as Kellenberg has on the other side. Jack Rogers will serve. We've seen a little bit of him today. Lobs it up, goes with the right arm. And Galanga mishits, but recovered by Justin Romano. And Bargellini gets it over on the third. There's a nice tap. Galanga with a diving dig. But some miscommunication by the Firebirds. Would have been a fantastic play, especially after that great save by Galanga. That's 2 in a row for St. Anthony's. We'll see if they can build on that.
I mean, that was an incredible dig from CJ Galanga, who keeps it alive. But unfortunately, some miscommunication cost the Firebirds there.
They go near side, and that's just too easy for Exarchos. You can really just mix and match with him. We've seen him go on both sides. And he leads the team with 13 kills on the day. As I mentioned, came in with 162 kills on the season, that's second in the state. There's a point for St. Anthony's. That's Henry Noble. Tapped it over with 2 hands, caught the Firebirds a little bit off balance.
I mean, look, Kellenberg's right there. They're almost over the line. They can't be making mistakes like these. Could be a good chance for St. Anthony's to come back.
Nice diving play by Hernandez. They set up far side, and there's a kill for La Personeri. So after the timeout, Friars playing a little bit better. Still down 4. But definitely an encouraging sight for the coaching staff. Hernandez goes for the ace. Defended well by Galanga. Tajios on the far side. Grabowski with the dig. La Personeri hustles back for the set. Kuna for the kill. Galanga with the div. Exarchos keeps it alive. And Tajios hits it over on the third. La Personeri goes with the tip over, but Galanga hangles. Exarchos down the middle with the kill. Ryan Exarchos does it again.
Good now for St. Anthony's, capitalizing on some brash Kellenberg mistakes.
Forte serves, but he hits it out of bounds.
You don't want to really see that out of Kellenberg. I mean, I think we've both mentioned it a couple times. You know, it's been the name of the game so far. St. Anthony's with the mistakes, Kellenberg capitalizing, but they've reversed the script as of late.
Tajios down the middle and handled by Rogers. Tipped over for St. Anthony's, that's La Personeri. He's played a good game today, and he's keeping the Friars within striking distance here in this third set.
Yeah, I was looking bleak at 11-4, just a couple minutes back, but St. Anthony's rallying their entire team together.
And Rylander misfires there. He was attacking from the left side, tried to tuck it into that back right corner, but missed. So 13-11 the score. Grabowski with serving rights for St. Anthony's. Looks like we have a little bit of moisture on the floor. Over Coach John Heitner grabs a towel and wipes it up.
You know, I found it really impressive from St. Anthony's. You know, I think part of the reason that they're coming back so strong after a big deficit all in this third set is because, again, their season is on the line in the set. It could be the last we see of the Friars. They're going to play their hearts out until it's over.
This time, Rylander gets the kill. Maybe it took a little bit off of that one. Able to locate it better. So the Firebirds able to stop the Friar run. They get serving rights back. They're within 11 points of moving on to the final on Thursday. Bargellini serves. Contested at the net. Landon goes for the kill. It's blocked. And the point for Kellenberg. Murray. Nice play at the net. It's his first block of the game. Comes at a great time. Bargellini continues to serve. It'll be Kuna with the tap, but handled easily by Bargellini. Exarchos with a double hit. Yeah, that one was pretty obvious. Looked like he may have been caught in the middle there. Not really sure what he wanted to do. (15-12) is our score here in the third set. Roman Brunetti and Max Rotniak with you. La Personeri serves. Dug by Galanga. They go far side. Murray winds up but handled by St. Anthony's. Lambden in the middle. Bargellini hits it high in the sky. Far side, Tajios with the tap. A diving save by Hernandez. Near side, Kuna. That one's blocked, and Kellenberg's got the point. A tandem effort from Rylander and Murray.
Yeah, Kellenberg's restored a big 4-point lead. And despite the best efforts of the Friars, the Firebirds patch up the holes that cost them mistakes. They're getting back in the set.
Some miscommunication by the Friars, and Murray makes them pay with pure power going the opposite side. And Kellenberg can sniff it. Grabowski handles the serve from Tajios. And some miscommunication. That may have hit the antenna. Play not stopped. St. Anthony's has got another chance. Kuna's got to get it over on the third. Bargellini will set up far side with Exarchos. And he just overpowers Grabowski once again. The left side attack from Exarchos has been just too much for St. Anthony's defense. And it's 18-12.
Exarchos been really good. He's playing like a primal Fredo here on the court.
Grabowski handles the serve from Tajios. Lepersinari hustles back. Lunati gets it over. A couple nice saves from Kellenberg. They keep the rally going. Another chance for the Friars. Lunati, that one's blocked and he deflects it backwards. And Kellenberg's gonna get the point. A couple nice defensive stops on that sequence from Kellenberg.
Now Kellenberg's so close, you know, all these great plays that they've had all day, all game, paddled up to this moment. 6 more kills will seal it the deal for the Firebirds.
And that's an ace for Tajios. It's just been a wire-to-wire effort for Kellenberg in all facets of the game. And it looks like St. Anthony's is going to talk things over.
You know, I think they're going to have to hear, you know, we've been talking about it all set, and this is really the last chance now, last shout for St. Anthony's. You know, they started off really strong. Kellenberg got back into this third set, and St. Anthony's looked like they were back in it for a moment, but one crucial mistake, one little point loss is all that Kellenberg needed to gain all the momentum back onto their side of the court. And just like that, 5 points separate Kellenberg and a trip back to Delphi on Thursday to face the winner of Chaminade St. John the Baptist.
And you gotta think, last year's championship loss, Kellenberg lost to Chaminade last year in 5 sets in the championship. You gotta think that's definitely on their mind. They've definitely been keeping that in the back of their heads all season, especially when you get to this point, 1 win away from returning to that game. Don't want to fall short now. They're 5 points away from heading to the final. Tajios just got the ace. This time the Friars are ready. Bargelini with the dig, however. Off the hit from Kuna, but a little bit of miscommunication, a little bit of sloppiness from Kellenberg on that sequence. Gives St. Anthony's a point. Friars need to make every sequence count here. Kudo will serve. He's able to get it over. Bargelini will set up down the middle. Murray, and he's got the kill. Wasn't sure at first, but he was able to keep it in along that far right sideline.
Well, Murray now up to 12 kills in the day alongside an assist and 7 aces. Super strong all day and a catalyst, a big one in fact, towards a 2-set lead for Kellenberg.
Exarchos goes for the kill, but leaves it too far. A rare miss on the day for Exarchos, who's really been on his game from start to finish.
Yeah, also mentioning him quickly, 14 kills on the afternoon, so another great performance for the Firebirds.
Galanga to Bargelini, they go right down the middle. Forte just overpowers Noble. And once again, Kellenberg just able to respond. Again, we mentioned this before, St. Anthony's just unable to build any sort of run. Kellenberg's just been really good. After they lose a point, they seem to get it right back. And there's a kill for Noble, unless Tajios can keep it alive. They almost did. Would have been a terrific play by Tajios. But there, St. Anthony is able to win the point.
Friars doing all they can to muster up a comeback. They're 10 points away from a set win, while Kellenberg is only 3 away. It's an uphill battle for St. Anthony's.
Bargelini sets up near side Exarchos. That one denied. Hernandez and Noble at the net, able to send Exarchos' hit right back at him. So Friars, once again, trying to do all they can to keep it alive here. Rogers serves once again. Bargelini will set up Forte. That one's also denied, but it goes out of bounds. Hernandez unable to direct it back towards the middle. And Kellenberg now 2 points away.
It's the penultimate point potentially in this game. 2 and most of the third set gone so far.
Personeri tries to deke the Firebird defense, but just unable to tap it over. Didn't get a good hit on that. And St. Anthony's down to their last life. Kellenberg 1 point away from moving on to the final match on Thursday. And who else would it be to serve? It's Exarchos. But he cannot convert the ace. Would have been like a storybook ending considering the way he's played today. But we'll have to wait another set.
Yeah, I mean, Tagios, 8 kills today. Very consistent across all 3 sets for Kellenberg.
Malanga able to defend the serve from Hernandez. Tapped over, and that's going to do it. It was Tagios who got the final point, and it's business as usual for the top overall seed, Kellenberg, with a clean 3-set sweep. They defeat St. Anthony's, and they will move on to the NSCHSAA final on Thursday.
Yeah, and I mean, I really want to highlight the second set for Kellenberg. I mean, St. Anthony's, they know that if they lose here, that's their season. Kellenberg, Firebirds keeping composed all throughout. Again, 25-12 to score in the second set. This goes to show how dominant the #1 seed has been here at Adelphi University. And Roman, after this game, we're going to see who will join Kellenberg on Thursday back at Adelphi. It's going to be Chaminade or St. John the Baptist, so I'm excited to see how that one plays out.
So once again, Kellenberg a clean 3-set sweep over St. Anthony's. And again, it was a valiant effort from St. Anthony's, but just overpowered in the end by such a well-oiled machine in Kellenberg. So that'll do it for us for this first semifinal match. I want to thank our statistician, William Amante, our PA guy, Eddie Kraus, for their efforts today. And stay tuned for the second semifinal. As Max mentioned, the 2-seed Chaminade, the 3-seed St. John the Baptist. So that'll do it for us for now. I'm Roman Brunetti. He's Max Rotniak, signing off on TND Sports.